is just a...
Hey guys, it's Smiley here, pop some pussy and wreck some asshole. Let's fucking... Okay, I can fucking proceed with this.
Like, seriously.
Now again, I know I've already told you guys the stories, but for... And at some point, some details are a little fuzzy, so... Alright, so... I'm watching The Walking Dead one night, and my friend fucking texts me up and says, "Hey Nate, come over, we're having a fucking get-together." I'm like, "Oh, that's fucking right on." So, after The Walking Dead, I fucking get my gear, I stroll up, I bring a beer, I expect it to just be a nice little fucking, hey, let's hang out, fucking watch some Netflix, maybe have a fucking smoke or two there. And, oh, but I should mention, I'm Canadian, so if you detect the accent, that's what it's from, you fucking piece of shit. Anyway, so I stroll up, I'm like, I open the door, I'm like, "Hey guys, what's up, long time no see." My buddy fucking stumbles on over to me. "Nate, you're here!" I'm like, "What's up, buddy?" He's like, "We're all fucking destroyed! You gotta fucking play catch up, buddy." I'm like, "I'll fucking get right on there, eh?" So, I go in the kitchen, first thing I fucking see is half a 40 of dark rum sitting on the fucking kitchen counter. I'm like, well, fucking better late than never, eh? So I pick her on up, and then that was my bottle for the rest of the night. Riley, calm.
I'm sorry.
I haven't even gotten to the part where I got wasted. So I pick up the bottle for the next hour or so. I'm just, you know, I'm conversing. I'm having a little drink. I'm trying to get to their level, if you know what I mean, at that point. And then I walk, and then I didn't realize that they brought some legal cannabis to the party. But turns out it had been laced with some sort of hallucinogenic drug. I don't know what. Don't ask me. I didn't partake with them. So at one point, my friend Joe is in the kitchen, in the fetal position, fuck you, fucking screaming. He's like, "Ah! Ah! Ah!" I walk up, I'm like, "What's wrong, Joe?" He's like, "Ah!" And then he starts doing this weird breathing thing. We're all thinking he's gonna have a fucking heart attack. So I'm like, "Jesus, is Joe okay?" They're like, "Man, he's straight fucking tripping." I'm like, that's not fucking good. And I walk in the living room, and my friend Cameron is fucking gone. This kid must have had so much fucking THC in his system. He's sitting on the couch still, eyes fixated on the TV, just not moving at all. I'm like, "What's up, Cam?" And he slowly fucking turns his head to me, puts his hand out, I shake it, I'm like, "What's up, buddy?" And he goes, "Yeah." I'm like, what?
Sir, was it possessed?
He's like, "It's happening."
Readings indicate an echo
I'm like,
nearby.
"Yeah, buddy, it fucking is, eh?" And he's like, "You're here." I'm like, "I've been here, buddy." He's like, "Shit." I'm like, "Alright, I'm gonna go somewhere else now." And he fucking puts his other hand on my hand and goes, "Get him." I'm like, "Okay, I'll do that, okay." Still not drunk yet. I'm just I'm kind of getting the feel of what's going on at this party. And Miley, Jesus Christ, man, fuck, calm. So anyway, not drunk yet. I'm still kind of getting the feeling of what's going on at this party. I'm doing me, you know, talking, meeting up with some old friends. This isn't a big party, by the way. It's like 10 people. Like, it was more of a get together, but still. Anyway. So at one point, I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna step outside and have a cigarette, or we call them darts in Canada, don't ask me, you know, you hack a dart, it's just smoke a cigarette. So, I step out at one point, because I figure, yeah, the head rush will help me fucking get drunk faster, so I go step out to have the smoke, you know, I'm having smoke, have drink, have smoke, have drink. I don't know if I was getting too excited or what, but I think that is the moment where I first started getting a little drunk, because I put the bottle up to my mouth and it chipped my goddamn tooth. So I must have went really fucking hard. And so I was like, fuck! I run into the house, cigarette still fucking lit, bottle open, just in my hand. I'm like, they fucking chipped my tooth! And then I look at the bathroom, I check it out. According to my synopsis then, I did not chip my tooth. Now that I look at it now, I did chip it. So, oh, Jesus fucking Christ, you sound like an alligator that's been smoking crack for 40 years. Jesus fuck. Anyway, so I fucking, so yeah. Then my friend yells beer pong. And I'm like, oh hell yeah, I went. He goes, I just gotta set her up. So I'm like, oh, that's right on. So
Great job, Agent.
at this point, there's not much left in the. Well, I should say there's only a little bit left in the 40, probably about 5 shots worth. I'm like, oh fuck, I'm drunk. And so we go to play beer pong, and well, let's just say it wasn't my turn, and I ran up and I grabbed the ball and I went, beer pong! And I fucking wheeled the ball as hard as I could at one of the cups and almost knocked it over. And then they're like, Nate, what are you doing? You're not playing this game. I'm like, I drink first. And I grabbed one of the cups and I downed it and it went down and came right back up. I fucking booked my ass to the bathroom, spit it all up, threw up a little bit in the sink. I run back out, hold my hands up high, and yell, I'm fucking back, bitches! And then they let me play beer pong one round just because I did that fucking crazy ass shit. So we played a round of beer pong. Oh my fuck, that did not do anything for my mental state. I'll fucking tell you that. And we're just, you know, we're feeling it through. We're running around acting like a bunch of fucking retards. You know, it's just, hey, shut the fuck up. Anyway,
This is his story!
we're doing our shit, you know, just fucking feeling the motions, stumbling a little bit. I fell a lot of times. And then once I realized I was drunk and I came out of the kitchen, I walk over to my friends who are on the couch, well, a couple of them are on the couch. I'm like, guys, I'm fucking wasted. And they're like, Nate, your pants are down. I'm like, what? And I look down and my pants are at my ankles and I don't know where my belt is. I'm like, where the fuck's my belt? Like, my friend fucking walks out of the kitchen and goes, Nate, come here. I'm like, okay. So I walk in the kitchen and he opens the freezer and there's my belt. I'm like, oh shit. So then I'm like, fuck, I better put that on. So I pick up my pants, which were still down the whole way to the kitchen, and there's about 7 loops on my pants, and I missed 5 of them when putting in the belt. So my belt's hanging on by 2 fucking loops, my dude. Yeah, and from there it was a little more drunken rambling and stuff, and then at one point I'd like, you know, I'm gonna step outside, I'm gonna hack another dart, or fucking smoke another shit, go kill yourself. Anyway, so I step outside, I'm having one, and you remember my friend Joe that was fucking dying on the floor from earlier? Well, he's okay now. He walks up, comes outside, looks at me, smiles, and goes, can I have a cigarette? I'm like, yeah. So I pull one out, I fucking hand her to him, he just pulls a lighter out of fucking nowhere, didn't know he had one on him, which, I mean, he was smoking weed, so I guess, you know, he did. Anyway, so we're fucking smoking and stuff, and there's this girl at the party that he really liked, but she was really digging my other friend. And he goes, man, I don't know how to get her attention, like, I really fucking like her, and like, it was at this moment that I made the most inspirational speech out of fucking nowhere and completely came up with the best lie I've ever made to inspire someone. And by the way, this is a clear glass door that we were in front of, and they were all in the living room outside, so they could see us, but for some reason they couldn't hear us because they were too busy having their own fucking conversation. I go, listen, Joe! You gotta fucking man up! You gotta show her that you fucking love her! You gotta show her that you're the better man! And then my friend opens the door and goes, what's going on out here? I said, close the fucking door! And then he closed the door because I think he was scared for his life. And I said, Joe, show her that you're the better man in any way that you can! You gotta take her out to dinner. You gotta tell her she's fucking beautiful. You gotta show her that you are the fucking best guy for her. I love the girl, and I couldn't have the fucking balls to tell her. Don't make the mistakes I made. And then we heard a dog barking in the distance because it was like 1 in the morning. It was probably the neighbor's dog. And that's when I snapped my neck at like a 90-degree angle and go, "Shut up!"
Yeah, she is.
He turned my back to Joe and I said, "You fucking do it, Joe! I believe in you! You can fucking do anything!" And then I open the door, cigarette still in my hand, half lit. It's like half gone. I'm like, "Jesus fucking Christ! What's going on in here?" They're like, "Nate, your fucking cigarette's still lit." I'm like, "No fucking damn it!" And I almost put it out on my friend's carpet floor. And that's when they grabbed it out of my hand, ran outside, and fucking wheeled it. And I looked at Joe. I reached over, grabbed his cigarette, took a drag, gave it back to him, smiled and blew it out, and closed the door. And then I go back inside, and they're like, and the girl that Joe was talking about goes, "What were you and Nate talking about?" I'm like, "None of your goddamn business!" And then, well, I'm trying to remember. There was two things that happened. I can't remember which came next. Or I'm pretty sure it went, no, I remember now. We fucking... Sorry, my friend, there's a mattress behind the couch that my one friend was sleeping on because he's just absolutely fucking gone. Weed, not elk. He only had a little bit of alcohol. Anyway, and this girl starts trying to like wake him up, and that is a different girl. And she's shaking, she's like, "Come on, wake up, come on." And I walked over and grabbed her ass, because that's the only logical thing to do in that situation. And she turns around and fucking punches me on the arm really fucking hard. And I'm like, "What the fuck, it was him!" And meanwhile, he was somewhere between dead and alive, I couldn't tell. And he just gets up and like looks at her and smiles and goes, "I love you." I'm like, "See?" And then my one friend fucking yelled as loud as he possibly can, "Who wants to go to fucking 7-Eleven?" And I'm like, "Yeah!" My friend looks at me and goes, "Nate." I'm like, "What's up?" He goes, "I'll give you money." I'm like, "Why?" He goes, "I want Dr. Pepper." I'm like, "I'll get you Dr. Pepper. You had me over your house, I'll get you Dr. Pepper." So we stumble around this, and this is like a small town they live in. I live in the town next to them, which is a bit bigger and more urban, but they live in like a small kind of country-ish town. So it only took us like 10 minutes to walk to the 7-Eleven that was halfway across town. Yes, I did just say that. And so, the whole time there, we're just screaming and fucking swearing through this whole town that's sleeping. I don't know how we didn't get police called on us or anything. Everyone in that town must be fucking drunk with us. But, so, yeah, we finally make it to the 7-Eleven. I fucking grab myself a pack of Nerds, the Pepsi, because I want to mix the rest of the rum I have with it, and and the Dr. Pepper for my friend. And I'm about to go to pay, and my friend looks at me and goes, "Nate," I'm like, "What's up, buddy?" He goes, "I'm gonna steal this." I'm like, and it was a hot rod, by the way. I'm like, "You can't do that." He's like, "I'm gonna steal it." I'm like, "You can't do this illegal, we go to jail." "I'm gonna do it, you go pay and I'll do it." I'm like, "Okay." So I walk up, pay for my shit, and then in my mind I was paying for it normal, but I think what actually happened was I fucking slammed it down on the goddamn counter, and I was like, "Hey, I got a debit card." And they were like, "That's how you're gonna pay?" I'm like, "Yeah." And they're like, "Okay." So I paid for my shit. I was like, "Thank you." And I walk out, and I look through the window. My friend walks by the lady at the counter, stares at her for like 10 fucking seconds straight, and then just gives the fucking stupidest smile and wave I've ever seen in my entire goddamn life. Walks out, looks at me, pulls the hot rod out of his sleeve, goes, "I stole it." Let me give Smiler a second to catch his fucking breath here. No. So I'm like, you shouldn't done that." He's like, "I did it." Like, I know it's illegal. He's like, it's okay. And it took him not even 3 seconds to crack it open and eat it, and we hadn't even left the parking lot. So anyway, on the way back, we had another fucking cigarette just cause, you know, we can. We get back, I fucking wheel the Dr. Pepper across the house at my friend. I'm like, here's your shit. And he fucking opens it up on the couch. And keep in mind, when you throw a bottle of a caffeinated drink, it tends to get a little fucking fizzy. So he goes all over his couch, he goes, Nate! I'm like, what? He goes, this is all Joe's fault. I'm like, yeah. So I walk over to the kitchen, I crack open the Pepsi, I pour it out, and I completely forget that I was gonna mix it with rum, so I stole my friend's mom's vodka and put it in. And I chugged it, and I think that's the moment where this is where it gets a little dazy. I don't remember the complete details, so I'll try my best. I only remember a couple of really good things. So, it's nearing the end of the night, and we're all just sitting there kind of quiet and awkward, and my friend, the one that stole the hot rod, gets up, just in the middle of the living room, stands in front of us like he's presenting himself, and does the absolute best Chris Farley impression I have ever heard in my goddamn life. I actually have the recording on my phone. I'll actually play it real quick. We'll just listen to this, and keep in mind, this kid is higher than anyone in that fucking place.
Oh God! I'll keep you living down on us, the sandy beaches. California. Instead, I'm living down by the river. Oh God! I shut up.
So yeah, that was just fucking amazing. And yeah, so yeah, after that, we honestly laughed our asses off for 10 minutes straight, the stoners for 20. And then right before we all kind of started to wind things down for the night, my friend goes, Nate, I'm like, what's up? He goes, give me a goddamn hot dog. I'm like, you got her, bud. So I fucking walk in the kitchen, I make me and him a hot dog, which we just made him in the microwave, because, you know, you think you're gonna trust us with boiling water when we're that fucking wasted? No goddamn way. Anyway, so, we fucking cook her on up, and I come back, I hand my friend his, I have mine in my hand, and then I have the rest of the liquor in the other hand, and I just poured her right on the hot dog and started eating it. And my one buddy sitting in a chair looks over at me, goes, what? I'm like, liquor dog? He's like, no. I'm like, okay. And I just fucking devoured the rest of it. Oh, I actually just remembered something else. It actually took place just a little bit before that. My friend walks into his room, and he comes out with a dildo.
Alright.
And he goes, look what I stole from my friend's mom's house yesterday. I'm like, oh, you can't do that. He's like, I did it. I'm like, you can't fucking do that. He goes, we were laughing, and then she almost walked in, so I put it in my backpack. I'm like, oh, that's not good. He's like, I gotta bring it back today. Well, he meant today was yesterday. He meant tomorrow. So yesterday he brought it back is the point. But yeah, then anyway. So after the liquor dog incident of 2016, we so yeah, that's when we kind of started to wind her down, and we all started going to bed. And then so we all kind of when I first fucking fell asleep, I closed my eyes and it felt like my whole fucking body was spinning. It took me quite a fucking while to fall asleep. And as we were falling asleep, somebody just fucking cuts one. Jesus fucking Christ. This was the loudest goddamn fart I have ever fucking heard.
I'm on the
I don't
ground.
know where it came from or what it was, but it fucking killed me on the inside.
Miley,
No,
are you gonna have a
no, it
heart
didn't
attack?
sound like someone was dying. Anyway, so yeah, and then Jesus. Anyway, so yeah,
Fine.
my fucking friend, the one that did the Chris Farley impression, gets up, goes, "Who fucking did that? I'll fucking knock you out right now. Who fucking did that?" And my one friend, he did the Peter Griffin from Family Guy and goes, "Guilty." He walks up and just starts fucking wailing on this kid. We all jump up and tackle this fucker to the ground. He's just like, "Yeah, I'm cool, I'm cool, I'm cool." We get off him and he charges right back at the kid. We literally sat there for like 10 minutes till the kid just stopped fucking like muscle spasming, and then we gave him some NyQuil and he was fucking dead. We fucking laid him down in bed. I fell asleep on the couch, and it was a rough night. But actually, and then around 5 in the morning, we hear a noise, so we all wake up. Our fucking friend, the one that was just sitting on the couch that said really pedophilic things to me before I was drunk, he gets up, looks at us all, and just goes, "Fuck you, I'm sleeping in my truck." And walks out and goes and sleeps in his truck. And we're just like, okay, and then we pass out.
Is that
We
it?
woke up in the morning, and it was just, oh, it was fun remembering everything that happened. Rum and poor decisions, I'll tell you. That is the name of my night, rum and poor decisions. But you know what? It was one of the best goddamn nights of my life, and I'll never fucking forget.
Is that it?
The only thing that could have been worse is if we got stopped by cops. Then we would have been fucked.
Alright, I'm just gonna end it here.
Alright. Peace out, guys. A Smiley here, XX No Scope. Fucking out of the division. Hope you enjoyed this gameplay, not sponsored. Yeah, see you guys later. Subscribe.
Well, subscribe all that stuff. See you in the next one.